Hello, everybody. My name is Scott McClarty, and it is a huge thrill and an honor for me to serve as the National Media Coordinator for the Green Party of the United States, and it is an even greater thrill to work with the Green Party media team that helped us get into the news a little over the past few days. Thank you, Media Committee. Thank you. Now let's start planning our move into the West Wing. You know, sometimes the presidential race tends to eclipse the tremendous advances Greens make at the local level. But one of our proudest victories of last year is the election of a Green majority to city government in the village of New Paltz, New York. But that wasn't the end of the story. Mayor Jason West made hearts throb and bigots quake when he began to officiate weddings for same-sex couples in New Paltz. This was a sharp and principled rebuke to all of those who believe that government must decree what constitutes family, marriage, and love. It's a blow against the sinister forces occupying the White House who believe that all personal behavior should be monitored and regulated. U.S. Constitution be damned. But that's not the end of the story either. Under Green leadership, New Paltz is using artificial wetlands to treat sludge and human waste. When will that get in the national news? Fellow Greens, friends, neighbors, and everybody watching around the world, fresh from acquittal in the New York State Court, His Honor, our hero, Mayor Jason West. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, the trouble is I had two beginnings to what I was going to say, so I'm trying to choose which one to start with. So let me start here. That when tomorrow morning I head back to New Paltz, I leave this convention a happy man. Because we leave here today with twice as many progressive presidential candidates as we could have. We are blessed in this country to have the voices of both David Cobb and Ralph Nader speaking truth in American politics this November. And I can't wait to see David Cobb meeting with college communities, small rural villages and towns and cities across this country, from the cornfields of Indiana to the oil fields of Texas. And I don't think anybody here can deny from the stories we've heard and the people we've met that whether or not you agreed or voted for David Cobb to be our presidential nominee, that David has given hope to a lot of people in this country. And I also can't wait to see Ralph Nader once again telling awful, awful jokes on Jay Leno. And using the media profile he's built up over 40 years to get our message out, no matter what party line he's running on. Now, I know we Greens spend a lot of our time defending ourselves. And let me put it to you this way. This just occurred to me when I was walking around Milwaukee today. Is that for 150 years, the Democratic and Republican parties have been manipulating the American people with the bright and shining lies they've polished so well. They've tried and succeeded too many times in pulling the American people into the Democratic or Republican camps
regardless of whether their policies are good for America. And I'm not here, and I don't mean to say that there is no difference between the Democratic and Republican parties, but there's a difference between the good cop and the bad cop. But what we see in this country today, what you can see walking down the street of any town in America, is that the American people are too smart for that. You look at statistics and you know that there are more people today who are not a member of any party than are either a Democrat or a Republican. While the Democrats and Republicans have been trying to keep America in their camps with their bright and shining lies, Americans have been slipping away one by one into the night, into the wilderness of American politics. And I'm honored to have David Cobb and Ralph Nader being voices in that wilderness, calling our people home. There are millions of Americans ready to hear our message. Millions already have. And no matter how many lies or manipulations the leaders of the Democratic or Republican parties tell, we're not going to stop. We're going to talk to the rank and file Democrats and Republicans who understand that green policies are common sense for everybody, common sense for America. Now, I've seen the future and the glory of America. I've seen it in the hope you get in people's faces when you walk down the streets of San Francisco with Matt Gonzalez. I've seen the glory of America. I've seen the glory of our country in the calm confidence and determination you get, you're overwhelmed with when you talk to Austin King or Brenda Conkle or Brian from Madison City Council. And I know it in our own campaigns in New Paltz, talking to retirees and small business owners that hear our message and are just waiting to vote for our candidates. So I want to thank you all for this convention and giving me the hope that I need to go back to New Paltz and continue this struggle. Thank you very much.